I'm Boris the Bee Guy, ForestBeehive Apiary, Central Maine. My secluded woodland apiary is miles away from other beekeepers. Before bringing bees here, I tried catching feral swarms, but had no success, and in hindsight, that may have been a good thing. In most parts of the US, caught swarms statistically come from nearby managed colonies, and are often of mostly Italian genetics, poorly adapted for northeastern winters or for dealing with varroa mites on their own without treatments. My purebred Russian or Primorsky bees are different. They descend from stock imported from far eastern Russia, one of the first honeybee populations to live alongside varroa mites for many generations. This particular Russian colony is new, came from a spring package. Once package bees fully accept their queen, they begin acting very much like a natural swarm. Intense comb building, brood rearing, pollen collection, and rapid expansion. Right now they are bringing in red maple and dandelion pollen almost continuously to feed brood. Russian bees are often described as swarmy, but swarming is simply the natural reproductive cycle of honeybees on a colony level. One reason Russian can prepare for swarming earlier is that strong queens can ramp up brood production faster than Italians, sometimes up to 3,000 eggs per day. And Russian colonies can run out of space and swarm surprisingly fast during spring buildup. So in this inspection of winter survivor colony, I'm checking the brood to try to stay ahead of congestion and see if I need to give them additional space early, on the brood side and on the honey side. I start inspections from the follow board, farthest from the open entrance. It's the honey side of a 20-frame Layens Hive, and then move forward frame by frame. Instead of heavy smoke, I'm using a no-smoke essential oil vaporizer, which is gentler for both the bees and for the beekeeper's lungs. No carcinogens. You'll also see one of the things I especially like about Layens Hive and its deep frames. The brood nest often develops into a very round shape, rather than a more elongated Langstroth oval pattern. That rounded brood area later corresponds more closely to the natural spherical winter cluster shape, which is a mathematically optimal shape for heat retention, as a sphere exposes a minimum surface area to cold for the same number of bees. You can also see the last year's queen, marked blue for 2025, still actively laying. In the end, I made sure the bees had enough space for a while, and if these colonies eventually decide to swarm anyway, I already have several swarm traps baited with Swarm Commander placed throughout the apiary. Happy beekeeping season, everyone! Thanks for watching, hit like and subscribe.